As a principal, uh, as a principal, social media is not our friend. These phones, they work, they do more harm to us than they help us to do our job. But on the other hand, I do recognize that if I was a teacher, if I was a teenager now, I would be all about it. The latest fads, I would be all about it. I'd be on TikTok, Instagram, whatever. I'd be all about it, and so I'd fall into the fads. And speaking of fads, we have fad. Even my 10-year-old children, they came up to me and told me 6 7. They don't even know what it means, but they know that 6 7 is it's something. It's a thing. It's a secret amongst young people. Well, it's not a well kept secret. But what I find interesting is that we actually have schools that are putting in rules to ban it, which I think that creates that 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 creates an interesting legal question. Can you ban students from using this phrase? It's not profanity. So let's check this out.
6 7, a meme kids can't get enough of and teachers can't get away from.
We are not saying the word 6 7 anymore. If you do, you have to write a 67-word essay.
Some schools even banning the phrase in classrooms.
You are no longer allowed to say, what number do you think I'm going to say?
7.
Caitlin Soriano is a 7th grade math teacher.
How much are you hearing and seeing 6 7 in your classroom?
All day, every day. It is nonstop throughout my class, the hallways, the cafeterias.
Gosh, could you imagine? Just imagine, for those of you who don't work in schools, just imagine how annoying that would be, hearing these kids all day, every day. First hour, second hour, third hour, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7 in my classroom, 6 7 in the hallways, 6 7 in the cafeteria. Oh my gosh, I'm sure these adults are tired of hearing it.
She says she banned the term last year after it became distracting for students. But now she and other teachers are leaning in.
And we hope that if it is embarrassing enough for the adults to be doing it, that maybe they stop.
The trend took off a few months ago, but has re-intensified with school back in session. Thought to originate from a rap song by Skrilla. But the experts we spoke to say the numbers really don't mean anything.
It's like slang to like make parents be like, what does that mean?
Yeah, baby.
It's just the latest example of slang through the years.
Eat my shorts.
From the hippie generation, where things were groovy and far out, to the 90s, where everyone was asking, what's up?
If you're wondering what the skibbity is going on and how all this brain rot is getting to us, you're not Delulu. It's all pretty Ohio. But the kids, they just want us to let them cook.
As for parents,
I know,
they're feeling the pain too. According to a recent study, 35% say they struggle to understand their kids' slang vocabulary, and 56% say their kids feel cringe when they try and use slang to communicate.
Do you think that your mom and your dad or your teachers are getting a little annoyed of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that going to stop you?
No.
6 7, just the latest example of internet talk being used in everyday language. And it is so prevalent that earlier this year, the Cambridge Dictionary even made some of those words that I mentioned a moment ago official, adding slang like skibbity, delulu, that shortened version of delusional, adding it to the Cambridge Dictionary.
Yeah. We just officially killed it. 6 7's dead.
I know, right? Good. Well, that's what they said. As soon as the adults start doing it, as soon as we
I was
cover it
arguing
here.
with my 16-year-old son about this last night. He's like, didn't you guys have words that you laughed at? I go, yeah, but they weren't completely nonsensical. But he's right. The difference was we had shorthand, like rad for radical or toast.
Oh my gosh. I mean, just off topic, but wow. Look at him. Like in my mind, I see him about to queue up another music video. Wow. Oh, all the time that's passed. Carson Daly, I think that's his name. Wow, look at him now. Oh, I'm used to seeing him in jeans and a t-shirt talking about music. Unbelievable.
Or whatever.
Right.
But what we didn't have we had a friend group, and there was inside jokes. Now there's a global text chain.
Yeah. Of course.
So every tween and every teen
Yeah.
who's on TikTok and YouTube,
Yeah.
they're in on it.
But the other thing is, if you asked what does rad mean or groovy or far out, we could define that.
There was a definition.
If you
I
ask
did
your
make that
kids
point.
what
Yes.
does 6'7" mean, they don't know
No.
either.
And that's where the brain rot is kind of being
Yeah.
pointed to, that it's
Right.
like such an overconsumption of these like kind of like silly, goofy, funny things without much sense. And those kids also said to me, that's kind of why we like it, is when mom or dad or my teacher is
Right.
like, what does it mean? They're like, and that makes you more mad.
I know.
Yes, it does. It really does. Because I remember asking my kids what it meant, and they said they didn't know. I was like, yes, you do. What does it mean? But this will be interesting. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on this because, like I said, it does create an interesting legal question. It's not profanity, but it could cause a disruption if, depending on how students respond to it. So this is interesting. So we'll keep an eye on this. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.